Alright, welcome back for the last video. In this last one, we're going to look at parallelogram DFGH has coordinates of D is at 2, 6, F is at 5, 2, G is at -3, 2, and we want to find the coordinates of H. So it's important to label your corners as you draw them. So D is at 2, 6, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is point D. F is at 5, 2. 5, 2 is F. G is at -3, 2. -3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is G. Now here's my issue. When I want to go and make a parallelogram, there's lots of places I can put that fourth point and make a parallelogram. Okay? Because I just know that my opposite sides have to be congruent and parallel. So for example, the side that connects these two just has to be parallel to those sides that connect the top. So, and they have to be the same length. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units long. So I could go 8 units to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I could put my point here and call that H. Or I could go to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I could put that point H here. One of them is correct, one of them is not correct. Remember when we talked about when I named this figure up here in the last one and I said, oh, I can call this WZYX, or I could call it WXYZ. WYZX is not an option. When you name a figure, we talked about it on the first day of notes. When we name a figure, we cannot go diagonal. We have to go around the figure, either counterclockwise or clockwise. Okay? So if I use this as my H, when I start at D, D, F, G, H. D, F, G, H. So notice how I'm going around the figure. That one is perfectly fine. Look what happens if I use this as my H. D, F, G, H. So I'm making like an X. D, F, G, and then I'm going across that last line. I cannot use this one because it doesn't get named correctly. D, F, G, H doesn't work. It has to be this one over here. So my next point, the point that's missing, has to be over here. And the reason that is because order is important. Order is important. You have to have your order correct. Okay? So this one I can call H. This one over here I cannot. That way I have D, F, G, H. And I know this is 8 and this is 8. They're both horizontal, so they're parallel. These are parallel, I can tell because they have the same slope. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, back 1, 2, 3. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, back 1, 2, 3. So they both have the same slope, a rise of 4, a run of 3, negative. So -4/3 for both of these slopes. And since they're both up 4 and over 3, these are going to Pythagorean theorem out to the same length. So this is a parallelogram. Okay? Now it says to find the area of this given parallelogram. Well, I already found how long this is here. We already counted that was 8. So I already know my base is 8. I just need my height. Well, my height, if my base is horizontal, then my height must be vertical. Well, I can count that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my area equals 8 times 4, which is 8 times 4 is 32. And remember when we're doing area, we do square units, but I don't know what my units are here, but I can't put the square in the 32, so I have to put it on the word units or on a little u, either one. But I cannot put that square on the 32. Okay? 32 units squared is my area. Again, even though I would make a parallelogram with my H over here, because order is important, when we're naming parallelogram D, F, G, H, my H has to go over here. Okay? If you have any questions at all about parallelogram properties or about finding the areas of parallelograms, make sure you're attending sync time Zoom with your teacher and asking questions during sync time or afterwards during tutoring. Also, don't forget there's tutoring available during your lunch, 4th and 5th period on both Wednesdays and Fridays. All right? Thank you so much for watching.